Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dharyll from Batangas State University. So, for today's video, we're going to tackle about in the NetAcad Chapter 10 application layer. So, applications layer such as web browser, online gaming, chatting with an email friends, enable us to send and receive data with relative ease. So typically, we can access and use this application without knowing how they work. However, for the professional, it is important to know how application is able to format, transmit, and interpret messages that are sent and received across the network. So in this chapter, we will explore the roles of application layer and how the application services and protocols within the application layer makes robust communication across data network possible. So, basically those are some concept or information about the chapter 10 in this application layer. So now let's answer some activities here in chapter 10. So let's proceed. So our first activity is titled Application and Presentation Protocols and Standards. So before answering this activity, let's first read the instruction. So here in the instruction, it is indicated that drag the appropriate protocols, names, and standards to the correct OIS model, OIS and TCP/IP network locations. So each protocols and standard will be used once on the iOS model and once on the TCP/IP model. So let's proceed answering this activity. So here is the TCP/IP model application, and this is the OIS model, which is this is the upper part of it, the application presentation, and we're going to identify these standard or protocols. So first is the GIF. So the GIF, or also known as the graphic interchange format. So basically a GIF is a format or file format to a picture, but uh, GIF is commonly used nowadays in the social media to further explain or to express our feelings when to other person. So basically, an GIF is a moving picture or an animated picture. So the GIF will fall under the OIS model presentation. So next is the POP, or the Post Office Protocol. So the POP, or the Post Office Protocol is, enables the client to retrieve an email from the mail server. So it download the email from mail server to the desktop. So the post office protocol will fall under the IS model application. So next is the IMAP, or the Internet Message Access Protocol. So mainly the IMAP will enables the client to gain access from email from the email server. So the IMAP will fall under the OIS model application. So next is the TFTP, or the Trivial File Transfer Protocol. So it is just a connectionless file transfer. So the TFTP will I think will fall under the OSI model application. Next, JPEG, or the Joint Photographic Expert Group. So, uh, in my opinion, JPEG is the most or the most common file or format of a picture. So because sometimes when I download picture from the internet, it will automatically set the file type or the picture format to JPEG form. So it is basically also a picture format like the GIF. So one other format that I know is PNG. That is also a file or the picture format that disregard the background of the picture and just represent the picture itself. So the JPEG will fall under the OIS model presentation. Next is the motion MPEG, or the motion picture expert group. So basically, it is a format for videos or for clip. So it is different from JPEG, GIF, and PNG, which is they are format from from pictures, but the MPEG, or the motion picture expert group, is a format for videos. So it will fall also here in the OSI model presentation. Next is the DNS, or the domain name system. So the DNS will translate the domain name to its IP address. So for example is www.google.com and www.cisco.com, which it's have its own IP addresses, so it can be translated to that. So that is the DNS. So you can translate the domain name to into its respective IP address. So the DNS will fall under I think it will fall under the OSI model application. Next is the DCPH, or the dynamic host configuration protocol, which will dynamically assign an IP address to a client station or to the startup. So the DHCP, or the will allows the IP address to be reused when it is no longer needed. So the DHCP, or the dynamic host configuration protocol, I think it will fall under the OSI model application. Next, lastly, is hypertext HTTP. So the HTTP will be seen. Usually, we will see here in the website in HTTP. So the HTTP is the set of rules in transferring pictures, videos, files, or other information in the World Wide Web or in the internet. So the HTTP is, I think it will fall under OSI model also in the application. So that's it. So here in the TCP/IP model application, so all of these protocols and standards is will fall under it, since this TCP and IP model is apart, and this OSI model is part of this TCP/IP model. So all of the standards and protocols will fall under it. So I think I answered it correctly. So if it's so want to know, let's go check. Okay, so we managed to answer all of the protocols and the standards to its network locations. So I hope you learned from this activity. So I'll briefly explain the protocols and the standards. So let's proceed to the next. So here we're going to tackle about using NSLOOKUP command in the CLI. So basically, using NSLOOKUP, when the NSLOOKUP command is issued, the DNS server configured for your host is displayed. So for better understanding of what is the purpose of or function of this using NSLOOKUP command, we're going to configure or answer activity here, which is the DNS CLI commands in the Windows and Linux. So from the Windows command prompt, we're going to enter the NSLOOKUP command so that the manual query of the name servers will begin. So the output lists the name and IP address of the DNS configured in the client. So now that we are in the NSLOOKUP mode, we're going to enter e-domain name, which is www.cisco.com. So the output lists the www, the domain name, the related IP addresses. The server currently has its database. Notice that the IPv6 addresses are also listed. In addition, various aliases are shown that will resolve to www.cisco.com. So now, what we're going to do is to return to the Windows command. So we're going to type exit command. So now that we exit the NSLOOKUP mode, we can also directly query the DNS server by simply adding the domain name to the NSLOOKUP command. So by doing that, we just need to type the NSLOOKUP command, NSLOOKUP command, and then www the domain name, which is www.google.com. So here is the domain name and the IP addresses. So now, as you can see, the prompt message is different. So we are now working from the Linux command prompt. So the NSLOOKUP command is the same also is in the window. So here we in the Linux command prompt, we're just going to type same command from the previous CLI commands in Windows. So we're just going to repeat the commands that we typed earlier. So NSLOOKUP, and then we're going to type our domain name www.cisco.com. Now you can see this is the aliases and their own IP addresses. So now we're going to exit. So as in Windows, you can also directly query the DNS server by simply adding the domain name to the NSLOOKUP command. It is also the same in the Windows. So NSLOOKUP So we're just going to type ns lookup, and then we're going to add our domain name, which is www.google.com. So now that we directly query the DNS server, so here's the names and its respective IP addresses. It is shown here. So that now that we successfully use the nslookup command to verify the status of the domain names. So that's it for today's video. So I hope you learned something, and I hope I managed to explain some information and terms here in the chapter 10 of the NetAcad. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. That's it. Thank you for watching.